Yo, what's going on, boys? Today we finally, after so long, have the Walmart exclusive Freddy Frostbear up on the stand for some reviews. Now, this guy came out a while ago, and I ordered him, or I bought him off eBay a while ago, and he was lost in Tennessee for about a month. So if you live in Tennessee, this one's on you. I'm so sorry. But it was worth the wait because this is a really good figure. Now, before we get into it, look at the box. You go FNAF AR box. I really like these tops. I think it looks really good, the all black with the white. The weird snow blue on the back looks cool. This is the only figure in the wave. There is a new wave coming out. There is a FNAF Help Wanted. It's the DLC. There's a new wave for that. It looks great. Super hyped for that. And also some other FNAF news, because FNAF Friday has been defeated. But there's Wave 2. The wave with the Nightmare animatronics has gotten re-released. Let me at least just put this guy back in there so there's something. Wave 2 got re-released, so if you have those original figures in box or something, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry about it. I saw the Funtime Foxy at the store, and it looked pretty terrible. But I don't know what you're going to do with these re-releases. But who cares about that? We're getting in for this figure now. So, bringing him in for some paint and sculpt. I think the paint looks great. And you may notice something, that this guy only has the bottom row of teeth on the head. And I think finally, after so long, they've given us a perfect Freddy head sculpt. And this is also going to come into play in a little bit. But I think they finally have given us the perfect head sculpt for Freddy. He has only the bottom teeth, no top row of teeth. Which if we bring just a comparison in for here, he looks so much better without the top teeth. And it is a lot more accurate. And for those who know, if you know, you know, I'm going to be using this guy's head. I'm going to be customizing it for the updated Articulation Freddy. Because that is still going. That project is still going. I'm talking about too much other stuff though. Back to the figure. So the paint and sculpt on this guy is actually very good. I can't tell if these wires in him are in the sculpt or if they're painted on. But either way, they look pretty good. And I think a lot of the joints being white looks really good. The clear plastic looks really good. Not a lot of messed up spaces on it. And the paint looks all good. Paint on the bow tie ain't too bad. Where there is paint, it's pretty decent. And the eyes look really good too. They did kind of pearlescent where they put a base coat of like a whitish color on, and then they put another white dot on top of it to give them those creepy eyes. And I think everything painted looks pretty decent. The nose is a little bit messed up, but you can't really tell. The ears look good on the inside. There's no paint on the icicles coming down. And I guess this is the mistletoe or whatever this thing is called. He's supposed to be Christmas related, so I guess the mistletoe or whatever it is on his hat looks really nice. And the detail on this guy is pretty good for just an exclusive to get brand new sculpt like this. He looks really, really good. And the articulation on him, it is the updated articulation. So we'll just go right into it. Let's take a quick look at the head here. He looks up pretty nicely. They changed the way the head sits on the neck too. We'll look at that in the comparisons, but they changed the way the head sits on the neck. It looks up really good. Can't really look down. Of course, you get your side to side with the ball joint all the way around. You can swivel. Ooh, nice. At the shoulder here, of course, you got the nice 90-degree now. It's beautiful to see that all these figures are starting this. This was the first figure, I believe, to have this updated articulation. And they're putting it on everything, so it's good. You can go all the way around. You get kind of a swivel, I guess, on the ball joint there. At the elbow, there's a single bend. This is still pretty terrible. You can't get all your swivel though. And this guy does have the double ball here, but it's kind of crappy. Like it's the way the ball is in it doesn't really work a lot, but it is still there. Then at the hand here, you just get your rotation. And it's cool that you can actually see the joints inside. If I put my hand here, you can see the joint inside. And I think it's cool. It gives you a little bit on the make of this guy, kind of the way he functions, the technology inside. And I really do like that. Because having cut in half of Freddy, the way they put these guys together is actually pretty cool. But I guess we can talk about that in another video. So this guy does not have waist articulation. They don't have a new body or a body for the Freddy that has the cut. At the legs here, kicks forward pretty terribly, back all right, and it comes out to the side not bad. But the problem I found with this Freddy, and I haven't had this with any other figure, is if you put one leg all the way out, the other one can't. I don't know why it does that. Something with the joint just doesn't work right. Usually it doesn't do that, but of course if you put the other one down, you can put this one out, then this one won't move. I'm not sure why that even happens, but just something to look out for, I guess. At the knee, still same poopy one bend, I guess rotation 2, and then still not a single figure in this whole line has any sort of ankle articulation. But they're kind of built with big feet, so they don't really need it. They can just kind of balance on them like that. Now, this guy does have really good articulation and paint and sculpt and everything, but the surprising part is that he's not expensive at all, and I really like that, because now the Funko seems to be producing enough of them that they're not skyrocketing up. So it's a lot more people can get them. It's pretty easy to find them now, and for cheap, not even that much above retail. So for accessories, this guy does have one. Coming up here, he's got his ice pick, I guess you could call it. Not much detail on it. It's got kind of a flat sculpt. Got these little points at the top. Not a bad accessory. It is just something to include him with in the game. I believe he does wield the ice pick, or the ice shard. It's a little misshapen, and the end is flat or rounded out, so it's a little stumpy. But if you were to heat it up, you could probably straighten it out nice, and it wouldn't look bad. The only problem is he still does have those original Freddy hands where it has like the, whatever the pad thing is in the middle, like dog feet or whatever, the dog's, the toe beans. But so it kind of makes him hold it sideways. They've still never fixed that, which I don't like, because a lot of the accessories crank out sideways like that. And it even does it when Freddy has his microphone. And it just doesn't look good. I'm thinking they should just get rid of it, because I think he does actually have it in the game, but it's kind of one of those things where the design messes with the use of the figure. So I don't think he would really use it. Let's just grab him. We're not looking too bad with his icicle. So for some comparisons with this guy, it's like every time we get a new Freddy or Bonnie or Chica in the wave, we have to compare him to the backlog of 100 of other Freddys. So we'll start with some of the newer stuff. We'll compare him to the Chocolate Freddy, and we'll go with Rockstar Freddy. Now this guy looks really good, and obviously he stands out like crazy. I think this guy looks great, and he's probably one of the best Freddy figures we have. Maybe even the best, because there's not much to compete with him at this point. I'd say he's probably better than this Chocolate Freddy, and I think he looks better. It's probably just up to personal choice between these two, because they practically are the same figure. But this one has the updated head, and this one is got chunks taken out of him. So we'll move these guys out of the way, and we'll go to the next couple of figures. We'll do Funtime Freddy and Nightmare Freddy. For people wanting this Nightmare Freddy, he probably is re-released. I haven't seen any of the Nightmare ones actually re-released. I've only ever seen the Funtime Foxy. But I think the whole second wave is going to slowly get re-released now, which sucks, because these figures were cool to have and they were expensive. They were like the exclusives, because they were even older. But no more. So getting these guys out the way, we'll put my man Blacklight Freddy. And I think with this one is where you can really see the difference in the bodies, because the whole figure, we'll even bring him in a little bit, the whole Freddy looks different with a different articulation. And I'm not sure, I don't think the body is that different, but I think they've changed a little bit from these bodies to the old ones, because they look a little thicker, and I thought it was a little weird, not what I meant, but they look a little thicker. And when I cut in half for the Freddy project, I had to cut in half this Chocolate Freddy, and the whole inside looks a lot different than the other Freddy, which I'm probably going to make a video doing an update about this Freddy, or the Update Articulation Freddy project. I'm probably going to make an update video, and it might actually go up before this video, so it might already be out, I don't know, but I'll just give you some updates in that. I do think they changed the body a little bit, because the whole arm bar thing changed, and I'm pretty sure that it's a good change, because the body looks better. I feel like it has more of a full, smoother look. It doesn't come apart as easy, but it has a better look. All right, getting Blacklight Freddy out the way. So for this one, we'll do some more FNAF AR stuff and just a random other figure for comparison's sake. We got Jason over here, classic. And I think this guy looks good. And I believe they probably will be going more in the direction of new FNAF stuff instead of going back and finishing the old. Because I'd be very surprised if at this point we even had a sign of like a wave, a FNAF 2 wave or a remake FNAF 1 wave. I don't think we're going to get anything like that. Which is sad because I would have loved a FNAF 2, you know, like Withered Freddy, all those great animatronics, but I still think this is a bad direction to go because they're going to keep it fresh with all the new stuff, because FNAF AR is going to keep making things, Help Wanted still has so much stuff they could do, and they're probably going to move over to Security Breach when that comes out. Well, they already did them, but I mean, maybe more figures, I don't know. But I do think this Freddy looks really good, and it's a definite, if you want it, definitely get it. It's not expensive at all, very easy to find. And it's probably one of the best Freddys we have. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This is an amazing figure. 100% recommend it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And next review is going to be the King Kong. Completely forgot. There's going to be a schedule change with this, but if you're seeing this, you'd already know. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time when we review the Big Monkey actually. Have a good one.